Right then, guys, welcome in. Cut those lo-fi hip-hop beats for you there. Just give us a shout. Little while since I've done a YouTube live, actually. Just decided to get a little bit of YouTube live going on for everyone today. A few requests that we record some of these streams. Obviously, you guys will appreciate that we generally do these in Discord every day. The OG DK normally produces these during the week in Discord, and then I dive in with my little 2 pennies worth as well with any alpha that we can provide for you guys every day. We like to provide you with as much data as we can, don't we? So, yo, what's up, what's up? I'll take it from the chat that the mic is all right. Check mic 1, 2, a little bit of hip-hop beats for you there. I'm not going to rap over for you. Right, so, just got the multiverse chart open at the minute. We'll do all the usual shit. We're going to have a look at Bitcoin today, obviously. What's up, everyone? Pablo's in, Vadim's in, Linux is in, Swap's in, the OG algorithmic tweeter that is Swap. Go give Swap a follow on Twitter. Alexi is in as well. Yeah, what's up? Yeah, drop in the chat then. Discuss amongst yourselves while I talk shit for the next hour and look for any trade setups for us all. But you know what I'm like, so drop in the chat, and I can quite happily talk amongst myself as we look at what is going on. Right, so I'm just on the multiverse at the minute. Few things to consider today, really. Look, just first and foremost, yes, I'm watching Mask. It is well bid here. I'm just wondering if we can scam down and fill these bids. Just want to point that out straight away. ETH, Sol, no real edge, but there are a couple of other coins that I will look at straight off with you right now before we dive into the Bitcoin order flow, to be honest. But yeah, Bitcoin, after such volatility for 24 hours, I can almost expect a little bit of choppiness up here, okay? So a little bit of a rise up, a little bit down. You're going to auction price, okay? You're back into the range, obviously, as we can appreciate, you're back into the range. We're probably going to auction price in this zone. A little bit of choppiness. If you appreciate what's been going on over the last couple of weeks, we've had Sunday night Asian Open into Monday Euro/US Open madness. No, we're not having a look at Link and TRB, Pablo. I know you're a 1000x pump fund long in those coins, and they've nuked to zero. So you're just gonna have to hold your spot bags for another 4 years until they pull back up. Same with any XRP holders. We're not looking at Lizard Illuminati coin XRP. It's going to zero. You've had your chance to get out and take profit. You're gonna have to hold those coins for another 4 years. No, only joking. Right, so a little rise up here right as we are entering the US session. Always the case, isn't it? So a little bit of chop. What I just do want to point out quickly for you is, let's just go to full screen before we get cracking. Yeah, was watching STX this morning, actually, and I've not fucking filled a bid on this yet, so I hope it nukes back down. If it goes on a rocket mission now, I'm going to be a little bit pissed off. But another one I've been watching is Rune, so I'm hoping for a little bit of a scam and then we come back down in the next couple of hours. That's basically what I'm looking for. A little bit of a move up, take these Asian session highs, European highs, come back down, confirm some bid across the market. That would be good. But yeah, basically eyes on STX. Stacks coin, it usually moves well with BTC. Ooh, on a 3-minute chart there. 5 minutes. Let me go to a 5-minute chart. I might have missed this. I'm not one for chasing green candles, but I just want to point out a couple of these assets to you straight away to keep an eye on before we dive into BTC. Okay, so hitting some nice alerts. We're getting the spot double band alerts, the alt diamond alerts in the TRDR console. Go grab a link from below. Confirmation there. So this might be it. I might have missed this, but just wanted to point that out to keep an eye on that one for you guys. Rune is catching a little bit of bid, but as I mentioned to the guys in the Discord earlier, I just didn't like the fact that these bids are moving down. Okay, so it's stair-stepping price down. Yeah, again, I'm not going to chase this candle here. I want it to come down and confirm some areas, so I'm quite happy to have, I do have to say, I'm quite happy to have a little bit of a chilled day today after the volatility yesterday. Played some hype yesterday, played some CFX. Coins were moving really, really well. I'm more inclined to just chill today and be a bit more stubborn and patient on the trades. Certainly not prepared to just chase anything. All right, what else was we looking at quickly? Do I need to point anything else before we go into big boy BTC? Doge, nice short on Doge there. No, just mask really, just mask. Obviously, you've got a massive liquidity down here, and this is your perpetuals market, okay? So not spot perpetuals market. If you're an OG TRDR trader, okay, you will have seen this kind of signature before. All right, so one thing to note is mask has been known, okay, so has been known historically just to hold these levels, okay? So your invalidation generally is a bit below. Don't keep your stop losses too close to these order blocks right here. And you can just see that, yeah, it's mega overlaid. But just to show you the top levels, I'll have to go to that one. There you go. So your invalidation generally has to be below here. But what I can, sometimes tell you is that sometimes these altcoins will go down and fill all this liquidity here, okay? So if you are trading any of these coins, low volume, low liquidity, don't keep your stop losses too close to these levels, okay? You want to be filling in and around this area, all right, guys? But that's it. Nick's live streaming, so I don't know where Doffy is. Wherever Doffy is, he's probably got his algorithm running and is taking the opposite side to whatever I mention in the next few minutes. If he's in the chat, shout out to Doffy. Yeah, what's Bitcoin? Yeah, I'm not fussed for it here. Little bit of choppiness, right? So let's dive into some BTC, okay, guys? Right, so levels, yeah. So I think we all know where we've come from, so I'm not going to dwell on this zone too much. DK went over that yesterday in the Discord, didn't he? And then we rose up. I think yesterday you wanted to be on the long side. Everything was nuked. You came from 1 billion aggregated book depth. Okay, that's that indicator down here. If anyone's new, go just look at the. If anyone's new to the console or whatever, go and just check the playlist videos. OBD aggregated video. There should be some translations on there, I believe, as well. But you guys, let me know. Any of you foreign speakers, let me know. All right, but yeah, basically yesterday into the lows, nice aggregated book depth, double diamond alert system there from the TRDR console, and up we go. There was no real edge in volume, but for me personally yesterday, I was looking for longs. Okay, I was looking to take the mean reversion, as you would call it, if anything, the liquidity bouncer, even if it's just a liquidity bounce, okay? Then wasn't seeing much selling all the way up. So you got a couple of initial reactionary sells here, okay? So you got a couple of group spot sells in this zone, but there was no major top levels, yeah? The monthly open, a little bit higher here, monthly open, and this is actually still your value area high of the range. We can go and have a look at that in trading view if you want. And then what else did you also do on that wick high? You took out these weekend traders as well, didn't you? So anyone that was holding a short position from them, don't know why they would be. Maybe they were on some kind of ultimate lie-in and sleep-in, but they should have been taking profit down there. And yeah, we took that liquidity at the top at the monthly open. Nice little rotation down here. And we've got these levels now. So this is a little bit of classic TA. You don't even have to have these levels drawn on, really. I'm just a bit of a nerd for it. Okay, but what you will know is, if you're a bit of a TA nerd like me, they do have some significance, okay? So this is our weekly open here. We can just see from the overnight, we absolutely nuked down in the Asian session off that weekly open, and then the point of control here, okay, 4 hour point of control of the entire range as well. So for me personally, okay, so price is floating up a little bit now. It wouldn't surprise me if we came back down a little bit. I don't think there's anyone in the ratios here particularly pushing price. I think this will be some market orders and a bit of a volume kick in this US session, okay? But for me here, this is it's a hell of a move, this one. So it was great day trading yesterday in that volatility. If you're a sharpshooting trader, you would have been absolutely loving that. I know we were in the chats. We were loving that volatility yesterday. But yeah, let's what do we want to see now? Despite this initial little push up, bear in mind I'm only on a 15-minute candle here. I'd like to see, if you're going to look for continuation, we do still have that level that's been there for a long time now at 110, and then we've got this level down here at 90k, okay? I'm not going to consider those levels right now. They're there. I know they're there. It's absolutely fine. But I'm not going to consider those areas until we actually get there. Okay, you had some heavy selling here at that 102k level. Okay, this is heavy supply, you know, double band ratios. Okay, so what you're seeing there, aggregated selling from the exchanges. You had it on Coinbase, but Binance here, we're just looking at Binance right now. Okay, so 1 to 2.5 and 2.5 to 5% heavy spot selling. So even if you were to eat further into this zone, you know, that was a good take profit. This is a good day's work here, really good day's work. Long take profit. Maybe look at hedging shorts, back down, you got a bit of a payday, and then down here today, a little bit of a relaxed day after volatility. Let's have a little assess of what is going on. What alerts are these green and orange signals? SIN, they are the basically, you've got BTC Diamonds, various alerts that the guys at the TRDR console have built for us that we use. Nothing unique to me particularly here, okay, but just the alert system. So you've got basically, you've got the green alerts, which are BTC Diamonds. So you can see how aggressive that selling was into this zone, right? The mean reversion came from the orange one, which was actually a BTC double diamond there, okay? So that is basically, I'll do it quickly because I know there's a lot of people that know what this is anyway. But Binance, so the two biggest exchanges, Binance Spot, Binance Perps, double ratios, 1 to 2.5, 2.5 to 5, which is in here in your widget, okay? And these are the conditions you want them on, okay? So you want 40 ratio, okay, for long, and 70 ratio for spot. Okay, and then it prints on the chart for you. Very good risk reward trades to the other side as well. Okay, so yeah, just the alert system. Got a little bit more info in that in the Discords and the Telegrams and stuff. But all you know, if you've got a subscription, they're all free. Obviously, these just go grab them, get your templates set up, get yourself comfortable with the console, get some of these alert systems in, and you are aware. So let's have a look at what the other exchanges are doing. Nick, that's an all-round template, right? Yeah, so this template is just my aggregated OBD. You can go find this if you're unfamiliar with the console. Okay, if you go up to the options here, share with others, but then browse in here, yeah? And you can search, I can't even spell my own name, what an absolute retard here. And then mine here, okay, at Duke Carlin, these are all mine that are shared, and it's basically the aggregated order book, top one that you come to there. Now, the way I use this, just to, again, just go over it briefly in case anyone new, okay, we are looking at an aggregated depth ratio at the bottom here, but what you are seeing on the actual chart in front of you here are overlays for selling, okay, so, and buying, okay, so demand, supply, absolute, simple as it gets. You know, that's why we love this console and these overlays. Demand, supply, orange circles are alerts from the alert system telling you, okay, so you get these via Telegram, Discord, email, pop-up notifications, anything. Tell your grandma, tell your mother, I'm getting alerts, I'm selling the house, I'm going long, and then away you go. But yeah, this here what you are looking at, and these are obviously resting limit offers, resting limit bids, okay, and then what we do is, and we'll go and have a look now, is we flick through the exchanges and see what everyone else is doing. So when you've got confluence of the exchanges is when you really want to attack those trades and really attack price. So Binance, bid. Coinbase, bid. Binance Perps, one of the biggest markets that we've got. Obviously, we do have Bybit as well, but they fail to provide us all the data, unfortunately. So if anyone's new to the console and they're a Bybit trader, appreciate you want to see their data, yeah? Bybit, and you might have seen a little bit in the news from them recently, Bybit don't provide us with all depth of book. So what you'll see here is, you know, you've got your perps here, okay? They just don't provide the data, unfortunately. I've seen something recently about them saying they are going to start recording and, well, obviously they record it, providing all liquidation data and the like. I smell bullshit. I think they're absolutely full of shit. So they're a very big exchange. They're just a little bit sneaky and don't provide us all depth of book. They do on some altcoins, so you might get a little bit of that. So yes, if you're trading on Bybit, I would just suggest just look at your next biggest. And for us personally, You know, I trade on Blofin and Breakout, but I still look at Binance Data because these boys and girls are the absolute kings of the market personally. Okay, if I'd buy Bit Data, I would look at it as well. All right, guys, but yeah, so there you go. Binance Perps as well, absolutely load of offers down there. So, you know, if you were watching this at the weekend, and again, this is something that the OG TRDR console users will of note. It's never very good, and we've said this before, but just for anyone new, it's never very good when the perps, boys and girls, are not involved in the trading. Okay, so we are in a bit of a range at the minute, but on a low liquidity weekend, right, you do not want to be seeing this. And you've got aggregated, 200 mil aggregated depth in the book, right? So no one, right? So you can blame Chinese AI agents, you can blame Trump tariffs, right? But what do you need for price to go up, right? You need a bid. We ain't got a bid, so price needs to go and find a bid. You know, obviously BTC being a little bit of a risk asset, it trades like the NASDAQ, doesn't it? But it really is that simple sometimes, you know. Offers were chasing here. We had a little pump on the 31st there. You hit some more offers, you come down, and there's no bid, right? There's no bid. It really is as simple as that. Just keep it retardio simple if you can. Come down. I missed all of this weekend action. I do have to say I did miss all the weekend action, but I was so happy waking up Monday and seeing that we hit all of this. Great. And then my little rocket ship there is my liquidity alert, which I shared in template sharing in the Discord. So go grab it from there. I won't go into too much detail on that. I can do in the Discord later if you want. But yeah, little rocket ship, squeeze signal I call it, and I wasn't really particularly willing to short any of the market yet. We were looking at 102. So yeah, had a couple of longs running yesterday in altcoins, which is sometimes people could say, you could say that's a little bit dangerous, you know, in this kind of volatility. But if you have a bias to one side and you think, you don't know, but you think Bitcoin, you know, the big boy market, the God market is going to float up, then yeah, I'm in favor of taking those trades as well, because you never know when you might get a couple of extra percent. All right, guys. How to stop loss to short at 102 last night, 4%. 4%. I didn't take it because I actually needed some sleep. So look, I mean, I would have. You didn't really have an aggressive top level there, I don't think, did you? Sin. I would have, because we're aiming for this area, and you know, look, I'm not a gap trader. I couldn't give a shit about gaps and CME gaps and stuff, but they are relevant because everybody looks at them, aren't they? You know, last week I was looking at the NASDAQ and the E-mini futures gap for 2 days, and they didn't fill for like 3 days. Bitcoin filled its gap very, very quick, obviously. Stop loss here, I'd have been watching that area. Ideally, what you want is a fat top level on that zone to defend or slightly fill price and then get that reversion down. But for me personally, I give about, I'm quite cheeky with my entries. I do, not always. Is Doffy in the chat? He's probably not, but Doffy's really good with his execution. I don't always get as good at execution as Doffy, but if you know Doffy from the socials, and I'm sure some of the other guys as well, but I'm quite good with my execution, so I normally give it about 2.5%. Okay, but that's dependent on you. Maybe you limit a couple of orders in here. You know, maybe you limit a couple of orders in here, grid your orders as people call it. You know, don't try and go all in. Okay, don't try and market order all in. There is a time and a place for that, certainly. I mean, I market ordering on some assets sometimes. You know, if I was awake trading that one on BTC, I probably would have market ordered in on that one. Yeah, because it's volatile, it's quick, it's fast. You know, so unless you had some pre-limits set, you know, I'd if I was awake trading that volatility there, I probably would have just market ordered in and then manage the risk from there. All right. So what were we doing? I've lost track of what I'm doing. Yep. So look, I'm up for a bit of choppiness here, to be honest. We're already, I mean, I'm just going to a 5-minute chart here, but we're already just pulling back off this little US session, you know, open push up. Not convinced by any of that. That's why I always try and tell people, don't chase green candles. It's just pointless, especially in some of these sessions. Look, you've got no particular, so if we're just looking at the spot market, then we'll go and have a look at volume and stuff. look, you've got no particular spot bid right here, right now. I don't particularly expect to see it yet either, to be honest. You've come off the back of some quite big supply zones. So yes, I'm looking for some dynamic spot bid to push up and start to hold price, but we're just not seeing it yet. You know, you could come all the way back down. Now that we're in this range, okay, you could come all the way back down to 93. If you don't find a bid there, then lower, you know. And unfortunately, if that sounds a little bit boring, that's the way it is. You need to get used to it. You really, really do. Please, you've got to go level to level, okay? None of this higher time frame speculation. It's over. Oh, we're so back. It's madness, you know. If you're a trader, trade it level to level, especially on derivatives or perps. Trade it level to level. Get involved in the trading. You know, execute as best you can. Manage your risk. Have a nice payday. Go and get a, you know, go and watch some Netflix on the night, like I did. Yellowstone. Watching Yellowstone, it's fucking brilliant, right? And then have a nice sleep. Wake up the next day, assess what's going on, okay, and we'll hunt some new trades, yeah. Right. So, yeah. So all I'm saying is, a little summarize on BTC, just the order flow at the minute. I'm expecting a crabby, choppy day here, to be honest, but that doesn't mean to say that alts can't move. BTC needs a bid. Okay, we definitely need a bid. Although I would like BTC to come down and confirm some of these zones and get a bid. If you're familiar with the way I trade, just because I think price might drop, I'm not actually willing to just short this down here. That was your short last night. I'm not in that because I needed my beauty sleep. So I'm happy just to chill and hunt something else today. If I don't take a trade today because yesterday was so good, I won't take a trade, you know? That's me. I'm a bit more chilled out. I'm not a scalper as such. I'm very relaxed in it. You know, day trading, I'll hold a trade for, we're talking perpetuals, obviously, few hours, you know, 24 hours or whatever. Right, quick look at volume. I just want to have a look at the CVD, see what we're doing on I'm just going to go to a 15-minute chart there. Yeah, so spot volume's coming off a bit. That is obvious because we've just hit all that supply at the top and there's no real spot bid coming back in. Perps volume is, yeah, there's no real edge at the minute. There's no real edge at all. Retail traders have just been absolutely washed out. They didn't have a fucking clue what was going on yesterday. They were trying to long this weekend action. Okay, you seeing the red there? Okay, so we call it retail. I don't really like the term myself, but it's just an industry term. We are all retail traders, right? We're all retail traders, yeah. But retail 10k and undersized, they were trying to long all this Sunday price action down here as it comes down. Price drops, what do? They revert to trying to short the lows. It's that psychological human thing within us, okay? And we all have that sometimes. What I would say right now is there is no edge right now in the CVD volume. It's really, really pushed up. I could foresee the perps coming off the gas a little bit here as well, coming back down. You know, just need a little bit more data, to be honest. Right, that is volume. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, there's not much edge in volume, to be honest. Let me just have a look at 1 hour cumulative info. Yeah, so open interest, really, I'm looking at this on a 1 hour as a good gauge of what is going on, a good barometer of what is going on rather than lower time frame. So 1 hour cumulative open interest is very chilled. That's all I'll say. And again, that's another thing why I'm not too fussed for short in this. Okay, it's not like these zones back here. Bear in mind I'm on a 1 hour. Okay, so that was a really good short under 110 that we got. Okay, so open interest coming off the highs, drops because people are taking profit anyway. You're in a supply zone. Right now, open interest is pretty chilled because people have been wiped out. So that's why I'm kind of expecting a little bit of a crab market. Right, is that everything I need to look at on BTC? Let me just go check liquidity in the books. It has been absolutely flat as fuck, and it still is. Well, it's back up into that middle range. Yeah, so this is basically a bit of a higher time frame data set that we look at. So you've got perpetuals up here in blue, you've got spot down there in green, and then yes, I'm using an RSI or a relative strength index. Some people will laugh at this, won't they? You know, your OG legacy market traders would laugh at this, but It's fucking brilliant, right? So it's an RSI metric on an open interest aggregation. It's absolutely brilliant. And you can just see when you hit the highs up in these zones. Look at this. Really, really good. Absolute mega highs nuke. Mega highs nuke. And if you couple that with the order book depths getting fruity as well, it's brilliant. Anyway, go check out the Liquidity King video. Little shill for one of my other videos there. Go check it out. Let's get the numbers up. Pump it up. Right, so yeah, we had a full reset on that wick, and it's to be expected, to be honest, isn't it? And then we're kind of back into this middle zone in the order books, yeah? So great day to take alongside trade yesterday with the order books being absolutely nuked, and ETH looks like this as well. And some of the biggest liquidations we've seen, and some people are saying since FTX, not sure myself. I'm no expert on that, to be honest. But like the screenshot on the video today, you know, are you buying blood? Well, there's obviously some pain in the market. Yeah, I'll take the other side of that, you know. Okay, so I think that's it for BTC at the minute. We'll keep an eye on what is going on as it rises up again here. You know, one thing I guess I would look for, if price is going to rise up and hit some more selling, okay, is just the usual stuff, right? And I mentioned this to the guys last week that, you know, I'm not going to call a macro higher time frame top until we get this really, really heavy selling, which I do have to say we did see yesterday in those double ratios. So we saw it there at the 110 area. Okay, so that was the selling up there was phenomenal. Okay, it was 90 ratios. It just I won't explain to everyone now because there'll be a few OGs in here, but the ratios were just horrific up there. If you were a bull and expecting a break, it was such a good risk reward short there at that 110 level. Okay, I've not seen the ratios that high in selling in a long time. Even when we were battling 100k pre-Christmas, I didn't see that. Then we keep hitting the group spot selling here, okay, and we obviously rotate down. We fail back into the range, and this is where we are. So basically, what I'm looking for now, if we're going to go into higher time frame distribution, which I'm not too sure yet, you know, the weekly chart, the daily chart, they still look pretty good, don't they, to be honest. Daily chart is in a range, love it or hate it, whichever way you want to cook the recipe, it's still in a fucking range, right? So that is it. But if we are going to start to get a little bit more higher time frame bearish, which I'm not sure about, and I start to see more distribution in this zone, especially at this monthly open, you know, if I start to see some of these death clouds, as we call it again, then yeah, I want to see the full recipe. Okay, so I want that open interest to rise up. I want high funding. And then what I want to see is the spot market's already coming off, as we can see here on a 15-minute time frame. Really, really simple, absolute, literally keep it as simple as this. And if you don't see this sort of thing, then you don't take the trade, okay? So, yeah, you'd want to see, let me just draw it like that. You'd want to see that, okay? So you're already getting on spot. I want to see that open interest up here with high funding. And then I want to see the CVDs coming off. I want bear divs, you know, that's it. And then I might be a little bit more inclined to say, okay, this is looking like, you know, a little bit more distribution. Anyway, I think we've spent enough time on the BTC order flow and the like there. Let's just go and have a look, a quick look. I just want to have a look. Oh, mask's taken off, you little bitch. Mask looking good. Good risk reward trade, I think. It is a good risk reward trade. If it just goes, I'm not bothered. Comfy in spot, mate. Comfy in spot. That's what everyone says when they're not in their in the trades, don't they? On crypto Twitter, when they've missed something, or when they've missed cold moves or whatever. Don't matter, mate. I'm comfy in spot. Yeah, I bet you are, cunt. Anyway, legacy markets. Yeah, not a lot to see. Diddling in the middle, and the video's just had a little 2%, 3% pump, which is quite nice. Scalpers will be enjoying that. E-mini futures in the green. Watching the 10-year yields at the minute. Dixie, I would like Dixie to come down a little bit as well. Trump's obviously applying some pressure with his tariffs and stuff. Has he done enough? Has he done enough with this dollar strength to then come off the gas on tariffs and stuff? I don't know. I'm no expert on that, but I would like to see Dixie a little bit lower to get further risk on. So yeah, let's have a look, quick look then. So daily chart, BTC, real quick look. Then we'll go back to TRDR console. Okay, so this is your zone now. Okay, so yeah, weekly open 97.7. I want this area to hold, but we need to see a little bit more bid. If we get a bit more distribution, I'm just going to look lower. But this is a nice chart. Again, you know, however you want to cook this, I don't think it looks too bad at all. You know, it really doesn't. Bitcoin and Sol as well. And Hype, I do like Hype as well, are some of the best charts out there. So I'm personally concentrating on trading those really because the charts look good. I'm not too interested in trying to just catch knives on the altcoins at the minute, okay? Bitcoin's looking good, Sol's looking okay. ETH looks like it's CTO'd and it's a meme coin. It's an absolute bag of shit. But I will take a trade if it gets some bid. But yeah, this is your range on BTC. There we go. There's your 4 hour. Okay, so came down into the lows, absolute rocket ship back up, and you've got this confluence of these classic tiers there if you're a little bit of a nerd like me. So you've got a point of control there, right on the weekly VWAP, 96.7, and all those areas. But bear in mind, we are only a few days into February, so it's obvious that your monthly open, your monthly VWAP, and your weekly VWAP are all going to be clustered in this zone. All right, but yeah. That was your monthly open, so that was a nice short last night, or take profit on any of your day trade longs yesterday. I think it was quite a nice one, to be honest. Right, let's zoom back. Let's have a look what's going on. A little bit of choppiness. Are we moving? Is Sol moving? Right, drop in the chat then if I've missed anything, or if we need to go and have a look at any other alts. As I say, I'm concentrating on some of the bigger assets at the minute. I'm not too fussed for trading loads of altcoins, even though you're probably going to find value in some. I'm not that fussed, I do have to say. Would you not say that selling was pushed by deal? Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you know, you can't ignore it. You cannot ignore what is going on in macro. BTC is still trading a little bit like the Nasdaq and tech stocks, isn't it? You know, store of market value, and people will call it this, that, and the other. But look, for me personally, all I'm saying is, I would never look at this chart. You know, last week, I was always looking at this 102 level to hold. Okay, and for the last 2 weeks, I've been saying if this 102 level doesn't hold, and we start auctioning below this level, there's a chance you're going to drop. And then the first protocol is level to your point of control, and then your value area low of the range. Okay, I didn't know when that was going to happen. I didn't know if it was going to happen. But for me, being, you know, trading the way I do, I would never show this chart to you guys and go, we dumped because of Trump put tariffs on Canada and Mexico. I can't do it. We traded back into the auction. There wasn't enough bid to push price up. Yeah, there isn't enough bid. What do you need to do? You need to go and find a bid. Okay, so yes, this volatility and this drop, definitely geopolitical tensions, risk assets coming off, Nasdaq rolling over, Nvidia rolling over, Dixie's got some strength. Of course it is. Of course it is. All right, I'm not going to say, you know, I can't ignore that. But if you just look at the chart and you're expecting BTC to go up, it is not going to go up from this, okay? You know, it's nice to see this spot bid. I was even saying to someone at the weekend, I'm still seeing some spot bid in Bitcoin. That's quite good, you know, so we're up here at 100k. Misread it, really, to be honest, this weekend, because I didn't have full eyes on and full concentration this weekend. And yeah, it was actually struggling to trade, and it fell back into the range. If you're a range trader, you know what that means. You're going to have to go and find a bid. And that's it, really. Yeah, I can't ignore those political tensions. Does it count as a top? I'm not sure, mate. Lunex, I'm really not sure. I'm humble enough to say that I don't know if the macro top's in. Okay, as a trader, I'll trade whatever comes. You know, and of course we all need to take it into account, don't we, for spot portfolios and the like. You know, of course, you don't want to be round tripping this like the XRP Lizard Illuminati players are going to round trip their coins back to 50 cents. But yeah, I don't know. Like I said the other week, you know, short in that 2021 and 2022 highs, Did I know it was the macro top at that time? No, did I? Fuck, I don't mind saying that either. You know, didn't know it was the top at all. And actually, the better short was after that dropped, and then rose up again. Heavy supply hit, you know, so heavy supply hit, and then you could really lean into those shorts, and it was so obvious back then that the second high, you know, and you probably call it like a lower high. It was probably a lower high on the daily, probably a lower high on the 4-hour break in market structures. The sellers came in, attacked price, and it was so obvious at that time. But right here, right now, yeah, not too sure. Right, so shall we have a look at a couple of other bits then? Let's flick through while you guys think of any questions. Drop any questions if they are console related, or if you've seen any setups. As I say, what's STX doing? Yeah, come back down, you little fucker. Excuse my language. I don't like to play. Or I don't like to play. I don't like to play. I shouldn't say that, should I? I don't like to... See, this was very valid, but it was in the European session, and at 9 AM when I was putting a video out for you guys. I don't like to play. Yeah, I shouldn't say that, should I? Look, I never chase trades, so I want this to either come down. So STX is looking good. Just want to have a quick look at what that is doing. What's ETH doing? ETH hitting a bit more supply. Yeah, not too good, bruv. Not too good. Yeah, I mean, I was watching ETH at the weekend, and this was my zone on ETH at the weekend. And yeah, don't mind saying, had some long exposure. Not bad depth. Invalidation there at that 3K level, which I don't always like to trade on in or around round numbers. But yeah, stopped out. Nothing that risk management can't handle. Do I wish I'd shorted it into demand? Yes. But I'm never going to do that. I'm never going to do that. But it was nice. It was a nice trading yesterday, wasn't it? And then, you know, bit of a messy chart now on some of these altcoins. And I think you're going to find that now. It often happens when you get these absolute giga nukes, that the books are just absolutely destroyed. And especially on perps as well. Especially on perps. But Ethereum here is still hitting some sells. It's... So obviously it showed some strength last week. That was a doomsday sign, wasn't it? But it's probably going to follow BTC here. Again, I'm not going to short this right here. There's a bit of pressure, but there's no real edge. If I was going to short it, I'd want it up there near that 3K level. And then what does that become? What does that become if ETH gets some real sell pressure at 3K? Support, you know, support to resistance. Okay, these are the kind of things you want to look at. If you're inclined, okay, if you're inclined to say that you think the top is in, okay, I'll stay impartial. I'll stay on the fence. I know not many people will like that, but if you are inclined to say the top is in, this is actually on ETH what you want to see. So you had a potential demand zone that didn't hold, nuked through. That's a hell of a nuke. I wonder why it wicked that much. That's serious shit books on ETH. This is what you want to see, and these are the kind of shorts that you really want to lean into. Okay, don't mess about. If you think the tops are in, okay, for even if it's a couple of weeks, okay, you want to be party to those trades, don't you? These are the sort of trades you want, and I would want it up there. I would want it up there. Support, resistance, and you're seeing it in the order flow. You're seeing it in the order flow. All right. We looked at Sol, didn't we? I don't think there's much edge on Sol there, really. STX we looked at. Rune, I'm keeping an eye on Rune, or I was doing. I'm not too fussed there, actually. Not too bad. And Doge, again, you know, this order's just come in. So this entity here, European session, they want out, you know, same thing on ETH. So maybe, yeah, maybe we're looking for shorts, but we just need price a little bit higher. That could be the case. Yo, Alexei, what's up? David Sachs is going to announce something today. Maybe additional chop it. Yeah, it probably brings volatility, but maybe not implied direction. That's a real trader thing to say, isn't it? So I sound like an absolute cunt, but I'm not really a news event trader. More often than not, what you'll find at Fed meetings, all of that stuff, you can more often than not have a bias and position around it. And those events and news cast thing is, you know, they present volatility, but not really direction, I would say. Right, yeah, so Doge not looking too hot, son. Mask, is that coming back down? Come on, Mask. Bring everything down. I'm stubborn. I'm stubborn and I'm greedy. And I haven't actually got an entry on any trade today yet. As I said, not too fussed because it was a good day yesterday, but I'm going to be stubborn and I want a little bit lower all round. Or I want a little bit higher and then we'll maybe lean into the short, so that could be nice. Act, Pablo. Yeah, we went, I think the guys were looking at Act yesterday in Discord. It was a really, really nice long from the perps. From perps there. From perps. This is, have I got it in my watch list? Oh, I have there, yeah. Let me put that next to Mask. It probably was, wasn't it? So this is the kind of thing you can see in the order flow. Now, again, I'll just repeat, sometimes these levels can really fill, okay? Sometimes they can. You need to be a little bit familiar with the coins. Sometimes these levels can really fill, and then you get that reversion up, okay? So when you are executing orders in and around these zones, just, don't have a loose stop loss, but just appreciate that those levels can fill. But yeah, really, really good on Act. What percentage did we get? I think Wasabi from Discord caught a little bit of this. He might have done. He's changed his name to Japanese now. If he's in the chat, yeah, fucking hell, 42%. No, I didn't get that. I think I was slagging off Wasabi for not mentioning it to us, but in actual fact, I scrolled back on the chat and I think he did, and I just missed it. I missed the trade. Yeah, what an absolute beaut. I mean, for a shit coin like this, though, I would certainly be taking, derivatives, day trades. Yeah, I'd be taking profit up here for this thing, because these trades come around quite often. Take your 40% is absolute massive. Take your 40% and go buy something nice, or just add it to your portfolio for whichever way you want to use that. And what a trade. So if you're looking at that now, okay, and then you look at where Mask is on perps. Okay, so similar sort of setup, isn't it? Okay, so similar sort of setup. So I'm inclined to have a little bit of this. I just want to see if I can be greedy. And if we just tick a little bit lower, please. Just tick a little bit lower. Let's have a little look at the classic TA chart. See where does that bring us? Probably nowhere, to be honest. Yeah, there's not a lot here. There's not a lot here, really. I'm not going to start drawing fibs and all that shizzle. Just a little bit lower. Maybe we take those orders out in the perps books and then we rise up. And then, yeah, I'd certainly have a little bit of that. Let me see what... you fucker. Yeah, I do like hype. Had an alert for hype just to see if I could get it on these VWAPs in the Euro session. But didn't quite get it. 7 AM this morning, out for a run, and yeah, it just didn't quite come down. Volleyed up off this 1 hour EMA. I can share this trading view chart if anyone needs it. Actually, I'll drop it in the chat. 1 hour EMA, they're quite nice with the order blocks, and then confluence of these bits as well. But yeah, very, very nice. If hype comes down again, I'll certainly be trading it again. But yeah, played it yesterday from this level on the weekly open that I shared with the guys. So played it from the weekly open. It was a daily open as well, obviously yesterday, up into that monthly open there. But if you'll see my video earlier, absolutely got scammed. So I managed to exit on Blofin, but breakout didn't even reach out there. So I just exited in here. But beautiful trade. Hype is a very, very nice one to trade. So I'm hoping we get that added into the TRDR console so we can have some order flow and edge. Yeah, come on, Mask. This is it. I just don't like trading green candles. Bring it down and I'll buy the blood. I'll buy the red. Bring it down. What's BTC doing? Oh, yes. Oh, this is what we like. Yeah, let's have it. Let's come back down. Cheers, Mother's Milk. Yeah, Pablo, Act was a nice one. So if you guys see anything else like that, feel free to let me know if you are seeing anything like that. Yeah. Mother's Milk, I'll timestamp this anyway. If anyone's watching, I will timestamp this after. It's probably why we just got a couple of requests to bring it back to YouTube a little bit. So we will timestamp these if anyone misses it. Especially if you're in for a choppy day like I think we're possibly in for today. You can watch it back a little bit later on. You know, maybe even if you get one little nugget of information out these streams, then that is all you need sometimes to have a great week of trading, you know. It's like reading a book that's an absolute bag of bollocks book, but sometimes you just get one little nugget of information out those books, and it makes it worthwhile to read, doesn't it? What alerts would you recommend for the newbie to the TRDR console? What's up, Max? I would stick to the big boys. Stick to the big boys. So Bitcoin. Okay, these are all in Telegram and Discord sharing. But you want, this is your OG. Okay, this is your OG, which is the BTC Diamond. Okay. Then we've just got an ETH version of this as well. Now, I could have those in the same alert, to be honest, because it's grouped. It's grouped, so all it's looking at is those two markets. So, you know, you could even drop ETH in here and look at ETH spot and ETH perps. The only reason I don't, if anyone looks at my alerts in here, is because I have a webhook going to Discord. All right, so I have a webhook going to Discord, and it fires ETH into the ETH channels, BTC into the BTC channels, and the such. But yeah, and then really, you want the alt diamonds and top level, which are there, okay? And another good one that I do like, which you've just seen in STX, is spot alt double bands, okay? So that's really, really good depth of bid, okay, in spot markets, okay? And then once you've got those in, just monitor which coins react well to them. Obviously, we all know that BTC and ETH and Sol reacts really, really good to the alt diamonds as well. Some alts, especially if it's a low liquidity, low volume alt, and depending on market conditions, you will get a bid alert, for instance. Like, I'll go and have a look at Aave now, which we've called Fauci, and I can't remember why we've called it Fauci. It's one the OG DK at TRDR. This is his alert, and yes, I have got a bat on it. It's basically a double. Yeah, you've got top levels in here as well with ratios. Okay, so that, yeah, it's a nice one, this. But again, some alts, just appreciate this for altcoins. Some alts will react really, really well to the alerts. Some won't, okay? What we always say is get your alerts in, okay? So let me have a look at Aave. What's Aave doing now? Oh, it's quite nice, isn't it? So that's an Aave short alert. I'm glad I'm streaming to you lot instead of trading this. Thanks a lot, guys. Yeah, there you go. So that's an Aave alt diamond, and I think it hit a Fauci as well. I'll have to go back and yes, Aave alt diamond, and it's just hit a Fauci alert as well. So you've got doubles there. You've got absolute doubles. Let me go to a lower time frame for you. If it'll load, there you go. So right on the top level. So your risk reward was right on that top level there. Absolute beautiful. Yeah, some alts react really, really nice. That's your risk. 0.5% risk. If you're a scalper, you know, you're already having a massive payday on this now. Really, really good. What I was going to say, I told you I talk shit. It'll be fucking midnight by the time we finish this stream now. These alerts react really, really well to some alts. I'll summarize it like this. But what you should use them as is there should be a signal to go and have a look at what is going on in the chart, okay? Have a look at what is actually going on in the chart, okay? Because you might get some of these alerts, you know, you might get sell alerts, but the coin is on an absolute tear. Bitcoin's going up, ETH's going up, so the whole market's going up, and you'll get sell alerts that might be reactionary, okay? So you don't particularly want to short the market down, but maybe it's a good take profit. You know, maybe it's a good tech profit. And it's the same to the other side as well. If I just show you BTC, let me just reset that and go to a 15-minute. Look, these are BTC diamonds here, yeah? But you're in the middle of a sell-off. Okay, so you're in the middle of a sell-off. There's no reaction up. The market's weak. Trump's bullying the world, isn't he? He's not bullying. I do like Trump, to be honest. So what you've got to do is appreciate what is going on, okay? You know, you add these levels low, and what we always say is when you're getting these alerts, have a look at the chart, but trade in and around these order blocks, really, which are called the top levels, all right? So top levels. They're called the top levels because what you are looking at is the largest resting limit orders in the book at that time, yeah? So this is what we do our work around, yeah? But so, yeah, get in the socials, get in Telegram, get in Discord, they're all shared in there. BTC Group Spot, BTC Diamond are essential, and then just add ETH and Sol into there. Stick to the big boy coins, really, to be honest. You know, I might get some alerts on, for instance, what am I getting there? Poor Pepe, it's absolutely dying of death, isn't it? So Pepe performs quite well to the alerts, as you can see there. So there's your long alert there. Okay, now obviously bear in mind that was probably in and around when BTC was getting some lows as well in that Asian session on the Sunday. But Pepe, yeah, when I was fast asleep as well. Thank you very much, Pepe. Believe in something, as Murad says. You've got to believe in the meme coins. Jesus. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, nice long on Pepe there. And actually, the short side was long there as well. So, you got a Pepe diamond there. So, that could have been... So, this is your long. So, imagine you're an absolute sharpshooting sniper of a trader and you're up awake in this Asian session. So, you try and long in here. Okay, so BTC, Sol, E4 looks settled. They're in demand. Okay, so you try and long in there. That could have been your TP1. That could have been your TP2. I would probably be out at that point, and then you even just hit another one there on Pepe. So absolute beast alerts on some assets. What I would say is I'll try and find one. I just want to have a look at what BNB's doing. I'm just watching this level on BNB. So there you go. So even if you're a scalper, BNB spot alt double bounds, that arrow there up. Okay, couple of percent euro session, nice day. Some alerts are the coins just don't react to them. It might have been Rune. Yeah, you see, so this is a typical chart. So I used to love trading Rune. I want Rune down here, by the way, 1.25 anyway. So you see Rune here, I've got a load of alerts. You know, I've got Fauci alert there, Diamond, I'm getting sells. So this is just an example of a very messy chart. Rune has been absolutely decimated, hasn't it? I'm not even sure if Rune Foundation or whatever they're called is making a comeback and they're stabilizing the asset and the project and the team after what's happened. But this is, for instance, what I'm just trying to establish and show to you. Hey, it is a messy chart, all right? If you see altcoins and they're performing like this, no reaction to the alerts, it's just a fucking mess. But also appreciate that you're getting reactionary alerts and there's actually no big order blocks or demand in these zones, you know? I can't think of any others that have been a little bit of a mess lately. No, not really. Jasmine's been quite good there. You're not too bad. Have I got FET in? Yeah, FET's been not bad, but obviously you can see you're getting alerts there. You saw a top level, you probably would have thought, yeah, okay, I'll have a piece of that action, but it was Sunday night, Bitcoin was doing its thing, and you know, you dropped down. So get the alerts in, but just be aware of wider market sentiment and what BTC and ETH is doing, basically. I mean, BTC is the man at the minute, isn't it? And it is a man. It's not a woman or a they or a there. No gender inequality on this stream, folks, but it is big boy Bitcoin. So Bitcoin's the leader. So yeah, just appreciate what Bitcoin's doing, really. You know, Bitcoin making its high yesterday. This is a good example. Doge was a beaut yesterday. So Bitcoin making its high. It's in a lot of supply there. It can eat into this supply, so you can rise higher and eat into this supply, okay? But I would say it's a good take profit area for day trades, you know, for day trades. But then you look at Bitcoin in that supply zone, and then you go to something like Doge, and you go, holy shit. Yeah, this is dying off, and you get 1, 2, 3, 4 alerts. Okay, so you get spot double bands alert, and then you get 3 Fauci alerts. And actually, what's happened is, whoever these entities are with these top levels here, they're trying to attack. They've got offers. Okay, they've got offers. They want to sell into price. They can't get it, and they have to drop their offers. Okay, now I think this entity probably filled a little bit here, but even then you can see there as well. Again, you know, so that there, brilliant. And the only way to trade that, very, very easy, and that is actually what I would call an absolute fire and forget trade. You would short that, and you probably get out in the euro session there, 9%, right? 9%, it's fucking huge. I know yesterday was a better day for longs. If you caught that, it was good, but that's fucking great. You know, it's brilliant. If you know, especially for a head, if it's just a head short for you, really, really good. Yeah, and that is what I call, when the top levels are like this, attacking price. Okay, that is what I would call an absolute fire and forget trade. And basically, it is the same for the long. Okay, if you see this, your price comes down, let it come to these top levels. Okay, that's your long. Okay, but appreciate that should be green. What am I doing? Let's have a look. Rune had a vote and will issue a new token to repay the debt. Oh, great. That sounds like Luna. I've only read 2 lines of it. Is this Luna 2.0? If you buy token, you get a lifetime 10% API. I think in the daily Rune payout. Seems the project itself is quite profitable, man. That sounds all right, yeah. Don't have Rune there. Yeah, it's a shame because I think that team's quite active, or they have been. So it's quite a shame to see the devastation in that market, to be honest. Right, what's Mask doing? Are you coming down? Come on. Come down. Right, drop in the chat then, guys, if there's anything else I need to look at. Let me just go to TradingView, see if I've got any alerts kicking off. Oh, stock market's green. Did you see that? It was red before we came on stream. Crypto's doing crypto things, so stock market up a little bit. Yeah, everything's up a couple of %. That doesn't surprise me, to be honest. Nvidia doing really well, actually. Yeah, let's have a look at that. What we got here? Nice. Couple of % up. That is good. Hype can piss off unless it comes back down to this level. I'm not trading it. Right, let's go and have a look. Right, drop in the chat then if there's anything I need to... If there's anything else I need to look at. Let's see if we can fill a bit of Mask down here. A little bit lower, please, Mask. A little bit lower. Come on, let's scam. Let's take this liquidity. We'll see. What generally happens in these kind of situations is if BTC... So always one eye on BTC. If BTC is just going to hold here and have some crab action, then yeah, I want a piece of action on trades like this. Maybe get a little bit in, leave a little bit of room, and we'll get involved on the long side of this. I think it could be a good one. If anyone remembers what Mask was like before Christmas, it was really, really good. You got these signature layouts. You got like 20-30% trades. The only trouble is it does hit a point when you hit failure, okay? When sometimes you'll get that and it'll just take all that liquidity, there's no more bid, and then it fails. But that's part of the game, okay? That is just part of the game we play. If you had 3 or 4 trades off Mask last year, like I know a lot of the guys did in the socials, okay? And then you have 1 or 2 failures, it's still good. You know, it's still good, you know? It's Doge rising up. Poor Pepe, it's absolutely dead, isn't it? What else do we... Oh, all right, look, okay, let's have a look at XRP. What's XRP doing? Yeah, I mean, XRP looks more distribution than what Big Boy Bitcoin does, to be honest. Let me go to a 15-minute. So... last week, I do have to say, I was getting texts about XRP, or last couple of weeks, I was getting texts about XRP from non-trader, non-crypto people, and all I can advise is in these kind of areas is if you've made any money, then take some profit. And that's all I will say to people nowadays, because XRP has been in supply, as you can see up here, supply, for a while. It does look like it's in more of a distribution phase, to be honest. It does have to be said. Is the hat staying on? I think it's not, and it's certainly not going on the Las Vegas Sphere, not at this price, 0.79. God, meme coin holders got to have absolute bollocks of steel, haven't they? They really, really have. I love memes. I do actually love them. Only the decent, funny ones with good communities there. There is a lot of shit out there, but yes, some of these memes are absolutely dying of death, aren't they? And I don't know how they're going to make significant comebacks, because surely when price rises to anything decent, you know, imagine you're a whale holding, God, well, it won't be even millions of bucks now, will it? But your portfolio has just been halved. If you get any significant rise, the grab for liquidity to get out of those positions is just going to be such a battle. I can imagine. I'm talking about DEX and central exchanges. I can just imagine such a battle. God, yeah, I don't know about this. Cheers, Swap. Cheers, mate. Yeah, whiff. Not sure about this, to be honest. What's Trump coin doing? Downonly.com, I'm afraid. You know, I am watching some of these coins, some of these memes. I can see that actually I think the Trump Foundation was moving some, I can't remember if it was USDT off Binance earlier actually, and towards a DEX. I think they were trying to support Melania, however you pronounce her name, Melania. So, you know, I am open to taking some trades on some of these assets, but I'm just seeing no reason to at the minute at all. You know, it's a messy chart. It's a messy chart. It's down only. There's not even any kind of accumulation phase yet. Nasty. Popcat is doing Popcat things. This chart is an absolute sack of shit. You can see just all by the green on it. Really, really messy. I used to like trading Popcat a little bit when it was still in its trend. It broke all of that, and it just looks like absolute devastation. I can't remember the market makers on this. I can't remember if it's Wintermute or it might be Jump on Popcat actually that control a little bit more of the market making. But yeah, absolute devastation, isn't it? Absolute devastation. OM's Mantra's been trading nice. Diamonds there again at the point of the low yesterday. Really, really nice. I actually suggested to the guys that it might have been a nice short position up here yesterday to finish the day off. I thought I'd enter a bit of a short. Got stopped out on that one. Yeah, it's quite a volatile coin. Look at these moves: 5%, 6%, 7% each wicking each way. Offers moving up. So yeah, we're looking at shorting this yesterday. As immediately as I posted, I'm looking to short this one back down because it's in this heavy perps supply here. One of the other guys said, "Oh, they've pulled those offers already." I was like, oh, for fuck's sake! I'll just let price stop me out. And that's the way it is sometimes. You either just got to kill your trade or let the market prove you wrong. Okay, just get out of that coin. Yeah, I mean, some of the alts are just absolute bag of bollocks, aren't they? Unbelievable. What's Render doing? So Ray was in some supply earlier, but it is pushing up. Oh, actually, I am interested to see what Jup is doing in the order flow. Let's have a look at Jup together. I want to look at USDT. Yeah, a bit messy. It is a messy order flow. Again, let me have a look at perps. Not too. Oh God, yeah, it's a bit of a messy chart. I think then. Yeah, it looks like it's trying to round off or something here, doesn't it? But yeah, tier has been downonly.com. God, yeah. I mean, I said to the guys last week, I've not been trading most altcoins. I've been concentrating on the majors, to be honest. You know, they just move better, don't they? They're just nicer to trade, easier to trade. Mask still holding. Right, let's have a look at BTC then, and have a look at what's going on, and then we'll have a little bit of a summary. Yeah, Max. Yeah, we'll have a look at Sue. Good coin, Sue. Shame it's dropped so much, actually. Yeah, no, I think a couple of guys shorted it over the weekend. Good short. Well, if you could have, fucking hellfire, you could have blindly shorted anything over the weekend, couldn't you? What did Nick do? Nick had a long on ETH and a couple of other coins. Really misread that over the weekend. Yeah, you've had a lot of, you can see you've had a lot of demand for Sue in these lows. And it still looks like it's pushing up here. So I'm just on the spot market now, and it's already back up and pushing onwards past that weekend price action. Let me have a look at perps. Yeah, I think you've got these offers that have been filling slightly. You can see here, but it's certainly been well bid. You've had more demand on it than you have offers. It's probably going to recover, isn't it? I mean, you're basically at the same price as you were last week, which is unbelievable, isn't it? So this is a giganuke, isn't it? It's an absolute giganuke. So you got an absolute payday on any shorts on Sue, even if you were just hedging your portfolio. But right here, right now, yeah, it looks all right. Let me have a look at, I wouldn't mind, while we're on together, having a look at a bit of classic TA on Sue. Where actually is it? I've got to go to a high... Higher time frame chart. Yeah, I mean, absolute giga nuke, wasn't it? A bit of a rounded. I mean, it certainly broke trend. That's all I would say. It's been up only forever. You've had, and this is the thing, right? So my issue at the minute is, and it's not an issue. I couldn't give a flying fuck, but I wish people would zoom out a little bit. You know, and everyone says, "Oh, when are we getting alt season?" Well, have a look at Sue. What it's done since August last year. Uponly.com. Yeah, am I surprised to see a slight break of structure? You know, like 4, 5, 6 months later, no, it's been up only. You know, you could have been trading Sue since last August to the long side only. Long, take a break, long, take a break, long. All right, it's rounding off a little bit. Right, I'll come out of it. You know, it's absolute madness. Look, this wick is really, really nasty. The only thing I think you're potentially going to get now is the sort of thing. It looks a little bit like Sol, but I've got no real. It's not. We don't have too much data on it, do we? Yeah. Not sure. We don't have much data on it. Really historic. The only thing I think you're probably going to get is and if you're not into ranges, I'm sorry, but you know the market does tend to range 8 to 9% of its life. You're probably going to form, if it doesn't just V-shape up and reclaim trend, you know, and onwards and upwards, if it don't just start doing this again, you're probably in for a little bit of a range, which is generally healthier anyway. So you're probably going to come up, take some highs, and then you're just going to start to auction price and see who wants it more. And that's all it is. Who wants it more? And that's when we get our breakouts, you know? Okay, which side wins? Bulls or bears? Who wins? Then you get your expansion. So, yeah, potential bit of a range here. You've got these levels high that I think are probably going to be resistance. I would never trade around round numbers like 4. So I would say probably 4.2 for any further push up here. And then, yeah, you might just start to range a little bit. Yeah, not a great deal of info on that chart, though, is there? Whereas if you look at where Sol is, that we looked at earlier, let's have a look at Sol. Yeah, I know some Livermore lovers are not going to like that, but I do think it's in a bit of a Livermore tunnel is Sol. Higher time frame trend, keeps wicking down, and we just get these big buyback candles on Sol. So I am still, I do have to say, quite optimistic on Sol. I'd like it to come and confirm this area, really. This would be really nice. If you can churn that zone up, I'm happy. I'll watch some Yellowstone on Netflix, I'll chill, and I'll bid any lows that you can give, and then you can all fuck off, as they said on... Who said that? Was it Catherine? What's her name? Caroline Ellison, about the FTX. What was the FTX token? I can't remember. FT, what was it? I can't remember. And she said to CZ Binance, I'll buy all you can at market now, and then you can fuck off. And then it went insolvent within the next week. Anyway, right, let's jump back to... Yeah, A-Flog's not just Nick. Yeah, it was a valid trade that got invalidated, and that's all there is to say. Wasn't it? Right, let's summarise then. Right, let's summarise, and while I'm summarising, drop any questions or forever hold your peace. Cheers for joining today. We will do a few more live sessions on YouTube. I might even do a chilled chat and charts tomorrow in the European session, my time, where it's just text chat with a bit of music on and a bit of TA. I'll do that especially if we do fall to some demand or rise to some highs. But yeah, I'm in the mood for trading the extremes at the minute. So extremes, don't trade in the crab middle here. I never do. I always want the extremes of either side. So until we do one or the other, I'm not bothered for trading big boy BTC for any fresh trades here. Okay. No real edge on volume. Open interest nuked. A bit of bid here, but we have come from quite heavy supply. It does have to be said. Funding, yeah, pretty chilled, not too bad. But you're going to get that after absolutely everyone has been wiped out the market. What do you expect? No one's trading. They ain't got any money left, you know. So yeah, BTC, bit of chop here today, I think, and that is like what last week was. So last week we basically had a sell-off. Asian session Monday, we volleyed up on the Monday. You had a bit of chop, and then you got your confirmation for another little rise up, and then we fell back down. So up for a little bit of that today. Sol and ETH are probably going to follow suit. Should I say, not Sue, follow suit. ETH has still got some supply higher, okay, so just bear that in mind, okay. So if you get a rise up, look for any of that supply. If you're in favor of a little bit of a higher time frame macro top actually being in, okay, then this is kind of what you want to see as a professional honeypot seeking bear. This is actually what you want to see. You want to see the offers closing on price, all right? But yeah, BTC, diddle in the middle, trade the extremities of each side. Don't get chopped up with the smaller, lower time frame retail traders in here, all right? It's absolutely market making heaven. I'm not a conspiracy theorist with regards to market making and all that shit. I think if you're getting liquidated or stopped out very, very quickly, you've just got a shit entry. You need to enter and execute better. All right, guys. But yeah, look, I'll timestamp this. Give it a share if it's been of any value to your mates or to your grandma, to your mum and dad. They might start trading with us on the TRDR console. Grab a link from below for a free trial. And yeah, the Art of Data-Driven Market Analysis course is still there as well if you need some in-depth education, all right? Which you know, just speak to a couple of guys in the Telegram or the Discord and that are in that course. There is Terra, there's Wasabi, there's a few other guys as well, and see what they got out of it as well. You know, how much is lack of education actually costing you? You know, are you constantly executing in the middle crab zones, as I call it, and getting liquidated quickly? You know, guys at TRDR say that if you're getting, I shouldn't repeat this, if you're getting liquidated, it's a choice. You can argue that one way or the other. But yeah, look, I think we're in for a good week or so of trading. It's already been good, hasn't it? Okay, look, don't get liquidated. Manage your risk well, okay? But if you are trading these areas, it's fucking brilliant. Okay, this is the wind in our sails as traders. This is what we want. We love volatility. If you don't love volatility, grow to love it, all right? It's absolutely brilliant. But yeah, I hope you all have a brilliant week. If there's any questions you think of, grab us in the socials, and we will speak soon. All right, guys, cheers.